Welcome all to the Random Green channel. Just a disclaimer, this is just a prediction, so relax. It's not gonna like a free channel that doesn't even monetize, a channel on YouTube that doesn't even get anything to bring you this, and I'm not getting paid millions of dollars by ESPN to give you predictions. I'm just giving you predictions. So with that out of the way, I will talk about the 2024 predictions for the Texas Longhorns. Hook 'em horns. Now, Texas, you know, they're a good program for the most part. They should probably be better for what they are. I mean, they joined the SEC, so along with Oklahoma from the Big 12, as far as I know, it's the only two teams that made switched over to the SEC. Steve Sarkisian is the returning coach, and he's the sheriff, as you can see by the thumbnail there. Now, I think they're going to be pretty good this year because they return Quinn Ewers as their quarterback, and then they return a bunch of players on defense, linebackers, defensive line. I think a cornerback. So they should be pretty stout on defensive side of the ball. If they stay healthy, they'll be pretty tough. They'll be really good this year, I think, in prediction. And I think they're going to be one of the better teams in the whole country. Honestly, yeah. So I'll just start picking the games and who I think is going to win. Who I think is going to win, and I definitely think they're going to be Colorado State opening game. They could probably hit the half-century mark, but here's the thing: a win is a win, especially in the NFL. And in college, you always want to make sure you want to look good. You want to make sure the stats, the numbers, and at the end of the day, the final score is good. You want to impress the people. And someone sees the score, they think, "Oh my gosh, this is exactly." They say, "Oh, it has to be a 56-0 ball game in order to impress or 69-0 or 78-0 in order to impress the writers of college gridiron football." Now, yes, they are going to probably beat Colorado State pretty soundly. But again, Colorado State could make some plays. One player could make a mistake on Texas. I mean, it's the first game of the year. You just never know. But I think they'll beat Colorado State pretty soundly. I don't know the exact score. I think they're going to hold them under 20, and they should score over 40. Let's just put it that way. A win's a win, and if anything, it probably helps a team that they don't necessarily perform that well, because then they can say, well, if we look at that, we only beat them by 25 points, and we could have beat them by worse. It probably motivate a team. So, in all reality, I think if a team wins like 55-0, it might hurt their chances to the next game because they think, oh, we won 55-0, we didn't give up a touchdown. So it kind of lights a fire into the players and motivates them even more for the next game, especially when they have to play at Michigan and they're going to be playing Colorado State. They're thinking, oh gosh, we're playing Colorado State. We don't have to really play. We're just going to go in there. So this might be a trap game for the Texas Longhorns, but I think they're going to find a way to win and pretty soundly. But I think Sarkisian will have them ready, and I just somehow Tom Herman not being there. I know it's been a while. It's gone past that where you kind of like to see Texas not do so well. Not because I have anything against Texas. I'm kind of neutral with Texas. I don't really, mind them. I kind of, don't mind them. Anyway, sorry for digressing, but I think they're going to pound Colorado State. And at Michigan, I think they'll match. I don't think it's the same Michigan. And of course, last year it's not the same Texas. It's just a new year, of course. You have to look at it that way. And I think they're going to beat Michigan by 2 touchdowns. I think that's going to be a game everybody's going to think it's going to be a great game because after the first game of the year against Colorado State, they're going to beat Michigan, and they beat Michigan. Then UTSA, Texas San Antonio, not a bad team. I think this will be actually a close game. I think this will be one of those games where they beat Michigan, so they're going to think, oh, we're 2-0, we beat Michigan. So they beat Texas San Antonio, but it'd be a close game, maybe like a 28-21 ball game. Everyone thinks, oh no, there's no way it can happen. But Texas San Antonio is a very tough football team. Then they play Louisiana Monroe, and they pound them pretty good. They'll probably score 50 and hold Louisiana Monroe under 10. Louisiana Monroe, man, I tell you, they're going to pound them. They should. But I could be wrong. Mississippi State, they finally play their SEC opponent, and they play them at home. And they're talking about a team that let their program. I think, was it this past year they let their coach go? It might have been the year before. But they really didn't give them a chance. So I really hope they pound Mississippi State. Hail State gets destroyed in Austin. I think a couple bulls will be let loose on Mississippi State. A couple Devos, and they just absolutely destroyed Mississippi State. Then they have a bye. Then they play that big game against Oklahoma. And historically, this has been a really high-scoring game. And I'm not a big fan of seeing high-scoring games. I really ain't. I really am not a fan of seeing high-scoring games. So I think, but unfortunately, this will be a high-scoring game. It's just the nature of the beast. But Texas finds a way to win, 69-66. No, I don't want to go that route. I mean, I think it'll be high scoring in the game. They find a way to win. Then they play Georgia at home. Sorry, Texas fans, I just can't see. It's at home, but I just can't see Texas beating Georgia, even if it's at home. This will be a really close game. Loss for Texas. At Vanderbilt, they'll get back into it, and then they'll beat Vanderbilt pretty good on the road, have a bye, then play Florida at home. Florida is a hot and cold team. Been colder the last few years, but I think they beat Florida. At Arkansas, they find a way to win in a tough game. It could be a November 16th. You never know if it'll be like a snowy game. They'll find a way to win. And then Kentucky at home. And I think Texas fans, you're going to find out that real fast that these SEC teams, even though you see Arkansas and Kentucky, they're good teams. They really are. And I think it's going to be the players will find it a challenge. They'll find a way to win. It gets Arkansas and then Kentucky at home. And at Texas A&M, an old Big 12 rival, back to the SEC. And that they'll renew their rivalry, and they will beat Texas A&M to go 11-1, and 11-1 with a chance of the SEC. I don't know how they're doing it this year. I didn't really read up on that. I don't know if they're doing the SEC West or East. They very well could be. And 11-1 with a potential shot in the Big 12 SEC championship game. So yes. So I don't want to keep this longer than it has to. So thank you very much for have a great day for watching. Thank you.